So, last we left off, you all had encountered a ship, a nautiloid ship that contained a good handful of um, uh, mind flares. You vanquished the ones on your ship that had ambushed you, and then you proceeded to move to the other ship that looked weird. You got some weird vibes on it. You scryed over there, and there was a weird image of Josine smiling, and you guys didn't really like that. So you ended up making your way across there, where you found two more Illithid and a Mind Flayer Beholder, where you were able to get rid of all of them, not without sustaining any injuries. Gix had been turned a couple of times to fight against you. But
it's at least the second time it's happened. For Gix might be back. This might be complex.
Also, like, why do you keep coming for me? What did I do? I thought we were friends. You inspired me into roguery. Why do you keep stabbing me?
But we left off last session with the finale of the battle, so we will pick right up where we left off. So you all just vanquished the Beholder, if I remember correctly.
I turned him into a zombie.
Yes, you did, because of your spores. So you now have a zombie Beholder.
A beholder plate.
Yes.
Mind holder.
I hold these nuts.
So the battle connection is quiet.
Yeah, quiet.
And we're still on the enemy ship.
There is a weird. You're still on the enemy ship, and as you're kind of like assessing yourself, everything here is uncomfortably moist. There's a humidity in the air. There's the slight like the walls kind of like pulse every now and then, as if like this is a living creature thing.
Check the corpses for treasure and any identification.
Go ahead, give me an investigation check.
It's probably got that she's like undone and stuff her friend, and so she's not blow out, and so she's probably got like the poofiest little mini throw at the bottom from all the humidity.
By the way, I have your 17.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had it. I just plugged it in. I don't know if you guys have enough room over there. I got this really nice, like, really tall chair. Will you can actually see things now.
Yeah, it's great. The session before you had this chair over here was really like the table's up. I'm like, wow, that things are happening on that. Yeah, this is what Josie's like. In the whole thing.
Also, Valentine's Day gift for
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Not yet.
I think it's the DM that I've actually been like, fuck you do the most.
Yes.
Investigation 17.
Investigation 17. Okay. So you're looking for identifiers and loot. So I would say you don't really find. Actually, you do. There is no loots here. There are no bards in the Illithid party. However, you do find a circlet that has kind of like metallic outcroppings off the that kind of look like, in real world, they kind of look like probes, electrodes, like attached to your brain or your head,
Facing inward to the.
Then they're just kind of like the circlet is here, and then like the electrodes are kind of like around.
Right.
You find that on the person who was steering the ship. Would like to give me an Arcana check.
One of us
14.
14.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead and let's see for.
Why don't stop occasionally?
23. This is, Kadir's talked about this, before, when you guys came into the ashram. This is a spell jamming helm. This is, or a version of it. This is a little bit different than what is, what's been described to you in the past. But this is, you get the sense that this is probably what helps steer the ship and control the ship. Kind of what Josine and Gix do, except theirs is more like it's integrated into the seat.
Dibs on driving the bubble ship.
Versus,
Yeah, you want to take the helm on this?
kind of like a remote.
Yeah.
It might be.
It's driving a car versus steering a drum, basically.
I have not had a I think it would.
But can you wear it while you're wearing it? Throwing it?
You also find a bag of diamond dust. You're not quite sure what it's worth. I'd say, you know, give me a.
One of us needs dust in that birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I would say
But he has to be cool.
he is straight intelligence check.
And I'll help you. Yes, I'm not gonna go. Yeah. Someone with experience fencing jewelry.
Yeah, he has all sorts of shit.
Dix, what do you think about this one?
Or if you like to get Gix to help.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's okay. He can wait.
yeah, within.
Okay.
Okay. Did I leave my dice downstairs? Sure.
You want to borrow? I have to.
Okay. Well, don't fuck me over. Oh, hey, how was your back? You just straight intelligence, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Not sick.
Nope. Check.
Let's say it looks like
Yeah, he's just gonna wait and be like, this is black. He says 43 dimes.
Did someone guide me that too? I
I
thought.
did.
And you had it.
Oh, okay.
He found it like look at this.
Ooh. So that's 23.
Okay.
You can use this.
Oh.
So I have to do that. Those are really old.
This is about 350 gold worth of diamond dust.
Nice. 3.5 uses.
3 does.
Because I can see all of your people.
Well, just for like the restoration or whatever.
regular restoration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'll just put it in inventory.
Oh, okay. We'll put it.
Already got some.
I mean, if you want to go truly savage, the whole body itself is usable for pieces of parts, but
Is there anything in a mind like that's like
Worthwhile.
worthwhile having? I mean, you can actually
give me a.
no way.
I'm gonna say, give me a
No, I need a
nature
card.
check.
Oh no, nature. I'm terrible. I think I only have a plus. I have a plus.
Maybe a little too much.
24.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff you can harvest from it. Its tentacles are really good, made into sushi. Its beak is really good for creating like tools and stuff like that, like a knife or a tip.
I just pull out like a leather. It's like a cloth like leather roll. Unfurl it, and there's just like a bunch of different like knives and fragrant little tools. I'm like, all right, let's deal.
There is a gland deep in the center of its brain. It would take significant and very delicate hands to extract. But you can, that is, it has been told that that's like where their psionics originate from.
Take its pineal gland.
And so that has its own special properties.
Oh wow, if only we had somebody who had really good dexterity. So I would be like, yes, come help me get a bag of goo out of his brain. It's valuable.
And I'm just like, you see me like tapping walls and like looking for like false bottom stuff. Like, sure.
Yeah.
I will become the hellback command guidance, but you have way better answer.
So this is going to be. This is extremely delicate. So we're gonna do three. There's gonna be 3 total checks. First check is gonna be basic dexterity to open it up and find it. And then second one will be a actually first one will be dexterity to open it, and then medicine to find it. You don't know where it's. You just know it's deep in its brain. We'll have the second. We'll sleight of hand for the second one, and then for the third one will be. So
What's your
So Dex medicine.
Dex and medicine for the first roll.
Okay. Do I have them together?
Sorry. That first.
the first roll is 2 rolls.
The first roll is 2 rolls.
Okay.
What is your modifier?
It's also a plus.
Okay. We need to help out.
Okay.
And we'll lure it. I never know. I have a up, down, side, side. Left, right.
So dirty 20 dexterity. Also a dirty 20 medicine.
Okay. So you split open kind of like on the squishy parts, like you're kind of like sitting behind it, and you kind of just split open from the back of its head where the squishy like a big stack in the brain. And the skin, while it looks leathery, splits very easily, and you're able to get through the skin membranes and the muscles around the brain, and then into the skull, which is extremely like. You thought that the skull would be a little bit harder, but it's actually like super hard body.
Like,
Yeah, you cut through it real easily.
Gross.
Like it doesn't even sound hard. It's more of like a membrane. It's a skull.
Okay.
Kind of like ear skin, like ear. You then get to the point where you're like, I don't know what they're doing. Go ahead and give me another medicine roll to try to find the blank itself.
Thank you for guidance.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to find. Because you have no idea what you're looking for. And you're just kind of like poking around, you're cutting chunks out of the brain, trying to find something that looks like some sort of blank. Eventually, you find something that is slightly off color. The brain itself is kind of this dark purple color. You find something that has like a almost like shine to it. And it's about like the size of like a baseball size
Tangerine.
gland. It's kind of smooth with some ridges on it. It's got like this oil slick coloration to it.
Hey, Kadir, does this look magical to you?
You don't notice any magical properties on it.
Doesn't seem to be inherently magical.
Maybe it's like, well, it's like the mushrooms that you use for potions are magical. Does that make it magical when you mix it with them?
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that's it?
It's the only thing we've run into so far.
Okay.
And
Keep that also later.
unacceptable is registered as magic.
That's true.
So you may have found it. You believe you found it. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand to try and put it out.
Now we're talking.
I think you might be good at this one.
It's 130. Stop.
No, it's not. 19.
19.
That hits.
No. I rolled kind of shitty.
You might have tried this, like, damn.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to get lucky 10 on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I needed that. Yeah.
I just thought you had, like, an insane bonus, like 15 or something.
No. Stealth or lockpicking. Did I lockpick the skull? Does that work?
You thought you locked
Do
it?
not open the player's mind.
Okay.
Sometimes your lockpick is just a stuff.
Yeah, surgery principles look kind of picky.
Sometimes the sword is always a key. And when you stick it in people, it unlocks their death.
You are able to. Your hands are a little shaky, and you're cutting a utensil whether it's your dagger.
Probably.
Your dagger kind of slips a little bit every now and then, and you get a couple close calls with it, but you don't actually end up puncturing. You just kind of like puncture the brain around it because she's like, ah. And
It's my fault. I'm like way over the shoulder and trying to watch.
and Josie's like blocking your light every now and then. But you are able to cut it out with moderate to moderate ease.
And we only burn one of the other money players, right?
So our old ship, I fully consider it one. That was only the snack time.
Okay.
But I think there's like 4 others on the old ship.
Yeah.
Still have
Okay. So we could
that.
probably get those too.
Yeah, because I do think we should keep this ship.
Yeah.
It's for like, no one's gonna fuck with a bunch of what they think are money players.
Well, it's just like the space police.
I mean, Giz Yankee might be like time to get him something. But so they're gonna be like, how do we know that you've done? Rolls. But so let's also go back to the ocean and get some stuff.
Yeah.
So we can harvest those and get them.
Yeah.
So you are able to successfully remove it. It's actually it's kind of hard. It's like pulling like a kiwi.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not without like kind of squishy, but yeah.
Like a spray avocado.
Yeah.
Or if you squeeze too hard, it's just like.
Yeah.
Which also happens with an ice cream avocado.
And just imagine having hair on the inside of my skull.
It's like one of those weird tumors that grows teeth.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Actually, no, it is here.
They're actually like little Ophelia, but it feels like hair. It's actually tasting you back.
Well, yeah, you have an illithid psionic blend that you don't know what to do. You can experiment
Want
with.
me to add it to my inventory?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, obviously, what you need to do is you need to cut someone else's head open and then like put it in.
If we find somebody who's pretty, I feel like it's not unethical.
To do human experimentation.
Nothing.
Humanoid experiment.
Yeah, maybe I think like you're correct. It could be a human.
Yeah.
It could be anybody. Like if you're just like feeling, wow, this is a really bad person, and instead of killing them, just we'd be like, we're gonna put this weird little ball in and see what happens, and maybe you win.
Alright, what else do we want to do on this ship? We're gonna try and look around, or we just want to slide out of here?
Well, we have to go back to our ship at some point to get the rest of our stuff. But we should probably have the ship over.
I'm going to need one of you to remember that I have that.
Why?
Every time I try to enter my inventory, it says it can't access it, and it automatically shuts down the thing.
Oh. Okay, I'll put it in my.
Restarted the app.
Yeah, we can fly both ships
How
together.
do I restart this?
Or press it.
Can we sell this thing?
Yeah, we can sell this ship.
Oh yeah, it's like that. That's something would definitely want a spell travel.
It's a little too slimy to stay on for a long time.
Yeah.
I can fly it somewhere. Where are we going? We're trying to go to...
We're headed to the head.
You need to go to Jewel.
No, we're.
No,
I think we like
that works. Yeah, thank you.
and channels.
Okay.
Let me pull up. pick your.
Oh, that's where it goes.
It's not Mind Blade. Don't change my words.
Ciao.
So it might be worth us hanging on to our original ship, just because when we eventually get to the city that we're going to, if we show up just in this, they're gonna open fire.
Oh, yeah. Well, we could.
Well, we-
But he was saying we could like take the boat, so we have to go first.
Yeah, we piled the original one in. We let people there know we have commandeered a Mind Flayer Nautilus. We are bringing it in
Not a
to
bullet.
sell. Not a Lloyd. We are bringing it in to sell. Please do not fire on it. We are just bringing it in.
We own this. What do you say it was called? A mind?
It's not.
It's the Mind Flayer psionic one.
I can't imagine these things will be. We might have to use a black market.
That's fine.
This will fetch us. some
We're gonna be.
Why is it gotta be black?
Because black absorbs all light, then the darkness is best. The darkness is best. Also, in the dark there are no ethical wanderers.
I don't know. The dark is what I think of wanderers.
Was it the dark? Not it. Dark.
Alright, so who's going back to the other ship?
I will go back to the other ship. I don't want to be on this ship.
Yeah.
Well, we should go back so we can get the other mind flayer.
Oh, right.
You do have Zathiel over there and Penmo on the other ship.
Whoever, there should be at least somebody on the other ship who is good at talking to port authorities and making good impressions.
Like,
Or Penmo did get you your ship. So.
Yeah, so Peppa Pig is the other one. If you want to go to the other one,
yeah, also,
go to that one.
I have limits.
That's true. So if you got yelling, you know, the less likely to be attacked is free.
Yeah.
There's 3 of us and a million
Yeah.
on this ship.
It's okay, I don't like splitting, but we can do it just for travel.
And we didn't stay really close
Yeah,
together.
we'll keep the ships together until we get to Jewel, which fits.
And then you'll open the first ship. But if they're always, we can do just like a single check for all the other ships.
Yes, I will. We'll do. We'll do the same 3, and let me. Let's,
Okay, you get the medicine check, because now we know where it is.
Hmm?
We're not like searching the brains anymore, we know what section it's
so
right.
there is only 1 left on the other ship.
Oh?
There's
We
only
killed a bunch of them.
one went away. One was a zombie,
And you got a blade on this ship.
and then
One I cooked.
and then because there were 3 total, and then the rest were.
Were there only 3? I could swear there were like 5.
Well, maybe I might have believed it then.
Yeah, there were definitely more. Because that last one was not even on the same deck
Oh.
as us.
He died. So yes, there are 4. So there's zombie, escapee, dead on the one where you fought, and then the other one fell down.
Okay, so there's one more mind flayer. Because the zombie got a blade right, the one escaped, and the one I cooked.
I will say you can do for the first. We'll do a couple sets. So, give me a medicine check with advantage, and then you can do a sleight of hand with advantage. So whoever wants to.
So I'm pretty good at medicine.
Yeah.
Good try.
Yeah.
No,
The medicine check is to find it, to get to it and find it. Well, it's only powerful outside combat.
23 medicine.
Medicine. Yeah, you're able to find it easily. And then we'll need a dex. We'll need a sleight of hand with advantage. Wait, not with advantage. It's still difficult. You know, I'll adjust the DC. Previous DC was a DC 18. It is now DC 16.
Help action.
Will I roll side with advantage?
Oh. Only guys.
16.
Okay. This one is significantly harder. The brain matter around the gland has been cooked, which makes it a lot tougher to kind of get your fingers in there, get your knife in there, and it is cooked to well done. So it is.
It's safe to eat.
It's safe to eat, but it is also very tough to get through. It is.
I think we definitely have space now.
Yes.
For sure.
So you took out the parasites, so you're good.
Yeah, no tapeworms, no salmonella.
But you do manage. It does take you a lot longer. I would say it takes about twice as long. It takes you what was like about 20 minutes. It almost takes you an hour this time to cut out.
Miniature spaces.
But you can add a second Mind Flayer Psionic gland to your inventories.
2 minutes.
And are you going for that third one?
I would like to.
All right. Give me a medicine with advantage.
He's so kind and Z.
That roll.
I've got to think all the
Clerics like doing autopsies, right?
They do.
Give it.
18.
18 is a pass, and then we'll need a sleight of hand. DC 16.
Oh, it's not going down?
It's down.
I believe I also.
It's still difficult to pull out. Like it's not like it's.
Also, I get to like.
It's not like it's easy to pull out. So it's still a fairly difficult.
24.
Yes. So you can have a total of 3 Mind Flayer Psionic glands in your inventory.
They do.
You don't know.
We don't know what to do. We just know they're.
You can experiment with them if you guys want, in a downtime activity, or you can take it to somewhere there's an apothecary that specializes.
I might try.
Surgically install one into my brain.
I don't think.
But yeah, you guys clear off your old ship, and everyone just give me a group intelligence check.
We all roll.
Yep, we're doing a group average.
You remember what you said?
You rolled it. Yeah, it's 19.
18.
Just because they hit each other doesn't mean it doesn't count.
No, I thought I messed up the one you rolled.
You thought it was at stop and then.
Oh,
21.
19,
21.
21,
16.
16.
The picture's so smart.
You all put your heads together and figure out how you guys are going to get both of these ships together. Between the rope, you find some intestine-like rope on the Illithid ship.
Yeah.
You find a plethora of extra mooring rope on your guys' ship. And you all kind of just tie it together, and you're able to tow.
I could just tow it.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want. Otherwise, you do have the Spelljammy helm where you.
Towing is probably
Towing is probably better. I think I would have liked to go back over and check what the capabilities of this ship, because we know what our ship is, as far as we know what.
Yep.
And what is scanning capabilities are. I want to know what this ship is.
Okay. Give me an intelligence saving.
Yeah, maybe it can work.
Yeah. Give me an intel. So, are you trying to get on the helm, basically?
I think I want to look it over first.
Okay.
To see if I can figure out what push button to put on. But I'm
You get the sense that you have to put on. You can either sit in the chair at the helm, or you can put on the circlet.
I will sit in a chair. Feel lucky.
Okay.
And I can wear my ones.
I'm going to sit right next to her with a pre-measured bag of the Greater Restoration.
Give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Can I myself?
The flush chair palpation.
Sure. We'll allow it. This one's. Scotch.
First of all, what's that?
What's wrong with palpate?
Palpate is a terrible word.
The walls are doing.
No, I'm just email. Hold on. What's 16 plus 9? 25?
Okay. With the 25, you feel the familiar sensation of your body being extended. Though this is a slightly different sensation than the first when you felt on the other ship. This feels like something is wrapping around your brain. Kind of like just kind of.
I'm just like, break the sweat.
Yeah. But you do feel your consciousness expand into the various sphincter doors,
I have so many levels.
the walls. You kind of your like almost every other heartbeat kind of mimics what the ship is doing. So just like a with the walls, it's almost like this feels like a living construct, basically.
Okay, I mean, I'm familiar. So
Yeah.
this is fine.
Like,
We'll get along fine.
It doesn't. I would say, in real world terms, it is a close equivalent to those fucked up eugenics experiments with brain cells. Not quite a living creature, but they're there too.
Alright.
So,
You know, you just found a way to keep this and not have to worry about people going, oh god, this mind flayer.
I love that repeating.
We could either, like, construct something around it, so
Even a shell.
give it like a shell, or we could just paint it bright colors, and like,
No mind flayer would ever have a highlighter or warning on it. I would like. So me and the ship are besties.
yeah.
You know, stick my little mental thing in all of the besties.
so to keep us comfortable, we could like do some construction inside as well.
Yeah.
We could, like,
Create an inner shell.
wooden floors and like,
Because the ship needs to be moist, but if we create an inner shell,
Yeah.
then the moist can be trapped between the inner and outer walls.
Yep.
Yeah.
so it's more comfortable for us.
So this ship is the tow ship. The other one's getting our other one's in tow. Is that what we're doing it?
I think we're using our original ship to tow this ship. I just wanted to see, like, what are the capabilities of this ship?
What we'll do.
You feel that it has a small battery, as in gun battery. There are 2 reloadable harpoons on the front side of the ship, on the port and aft side of the ships.
Or a star.
Starboard, yeah, aft and fore and aft are front back.
It could be on. We're not.
You get a jolt of something as you kind of are scooting your consciousness through all the different systems of the ship. You make your way to the navigation side of this, and it has a significant database, quote unquote. You kind of just like know it now that you're attached to the ship. And you know a lot of places now. You know campus. You know, weird enough, you know the exact location of that weird old lady with the chickens. That you get the sense as you kind of like that information comes across of like caution.
Even though my do not hold the space Bobby up.
You get the sense of this of like, don't go here. This is no red tape off limits.
Because I was like, this is not what it's what if we just went and like gave her a SWAT? But if even like the Elither like do not.
You also get an unfamiliar pain that seems to be something that you're looking for, and you, as you kind of delve into it, you get the sense of where you need to go.
Oh. Did we know where Jewel was before, or were we just kind of...
You were just kind of
Oh, sweet! So maybe I say in the
lots of prayer.
maybe so luckily we have like at least two people who have like a deity. So thoughts and prayer works a lot better than the world.
Deity is a strong word.
I said two.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought
You don't have a deity. You
What?
made your way into that.
Yeah.
You got the laziest way. You fucking Elon Musk your way into that. You're like too good for school.
Oh, God.
Pay for your degree.
The worst.
But so maybe we use the other ship to tow this ship. But if I stay in the chair, I can direct whoever's on the other ship where to go. And so we're sort of like, it's sort of like having another car with the GPS I'm talking to you on the phone.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
And also because this one has in case you get in trouble. So if somebody's over here. I think someone else like hung out with me.
I mean, you might be fine.
Yeah, I can weapons from the ship. That's like think my thoughts would be like harpoon.
You get the feeling that yes, you can.
Okay.
You get the feeling that this ship has the capabilities to be manned by one individual, and that's the person helming the ship. Though it does significantly help when there are a lot more people on
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I got my zombie to keep me company. So I'm gonna hang out on this ship. While you guys, whoever wants to be on the other ship, like tow this one along, and I can sort of like navigate here.
Did you want me to stick around with my... Okay.
If we come to do I get a sense of like how long I can do this for, or if there's even a limitation?
You get the sense that is sitting in the helm, sitting in the chair. You can do it for about the same issue.
Like,
yeah, you can do a 6 to 8 hours in one sitting, no more than no more than 20 hours per day.
oh,
Otherwise, you'll start facing consequences.
but I need to take a short break.
Yeah.
So much of the other one is just like 8 hours, take a short break. You take a 2-hour break, 8 more hours, 2 months, like 2-hour break.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yep.
Illithid is no longer counted as humanoid, right?
No,
They are
not.
Okay.
They were classified as humanoids.
No, I'm checking like once we come up that you're not humanoid.
Correct. You are from there on a corporation.
Right, well, and speaking as far as like third edition D&D, you have multiple sub.
Yeah, it's like a third
like humanoid and aberration.
Yeah. The humanoid and
Gotcha.
and now it's like the fact that you are a human who was turned into a vampire does not mean you get to remain humanoid, which is dumb.
Yeah.
That word does mean it. You don't stop being a humanoid just because, you might be evil now.
And stack sometimes.
But yeah,
And sometimes I think meant something more.
I guess they just should pick something other than humanoid that.
Yeah.
and you don't quite. And as you're kind of going through the navigation database, you do get a ping on all sorts of stuff, various celestial bodies. You do get a ping for like like the home base. It doesn't quite give you like the size or anything, but it's like this is where we would return to.
That is far away, hopefully.
Yeah, relative. I mean, everything is
Anything about Canada?
Yeah.
similar and not in the astral realm. So, not that you can get the sense.
Yeah, is it a people database that I can just sort of like look at the world?
The location of her,
Oh, just look
the location of where her hut and house and
Yeah. For specific.
Yeah.
But is there like a little Rolodex of contacts?
Give me an intelligence check, please.
Dirty one.
Dirty 20. As you kind of like feel your way through the ship and its different systems, you get a sense of that there is some sort of like database with regards to humanoids, and it's less like specific like who's who and more of a where to find the best meeting grounds. You also get a sense
Okay.
of that there's a short list of Gith Genki and Gith Zerai individuals. Some of them feel like they're tagged as avoid or kill on sight. Some of them are tagged as trick fodder. Trick them or become fodder.
Like the Gith Genki would become fodder.
Yes.
So you can trick the Gith Genki. You trick the Gith Genki, or the Gith Genki is the trick.
Trick the Gith Zerai, the smart ones, versus the scholarly ones. The Gith Yankee are the fighters. The Gith Zerai, the scholarly.
Yeah. So, think about what the tag is like.
The tag applies. The tag is like trick them or
Okay.
make them fodder.
Okay, so it's like tricky and that kill those.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Cool. So it's less of a, like, here's about the individual, but more of a, like, here's what a orc is,
Yeah.
and here's where you can find them.
Yes.
Feeling hungry for work. That's really
But there's no like specific record on aside from the stuff with the Gith Yankee and the Gith Zerai.
Yeah.
There's really no specific things on individuals.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll hang out. My big technically zombie friend, at least for the next 24 hours. What? Then, yeah. Whoever wants to go back to the other ship and pilot that one, can do that. I'll.
probably good. It's kind of,
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it Dumbo ship?
No, we kind of bought it or stole it potentially. We have black.
Yeah,
But you
he
never.
got you a ship.
Yeah, I can pilot it, I guess.
since you have the intelligence.
Or you can tow it. Either. It's up
Well,
to
we're
you.
towing this.
Yeah.
So someone got another ship. So
Yes.
that's what we're saying.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Give me just a intelligence check, and we'll. And where are you guys going? Are you going back to the hippocampus?
No, we're trying to get to Jewel. Now here's the thing. He's, brain-minded to the other ship. Not brain-minded to this.
They're not.
They're not. But regular ships, like there's in the real world out there, have way to like signal and talk to each other.
Oh, but really,
Can we like hail each other? Because we are all connected to these mind ships that are controlled with your brain. So if I have anything like a speaker system or a phone, it would just be thinking your thoughts.
There is no such system on these ships.
Damn it. I thought to the other mind like because they have these rooms.
like
You get the sense that in large groups, mind flayers don't necessarily need to communicate orally.
they're just thinking each other.
Yeah. Just kind of like
Well, that's what I'm saying.
look intently at people.
That's what I'm saying. Ship A talking ship B.
They're just thinking each other.
Yeah, they think it.
Then the mind ship.
Yeah.
The ship
Mind- The mind players are all part of it.
What? Because like I would think the ships would be able to communicate with each other. Only so far you can bring thoughts.
I look for the radio. Breaker 19. This is Big G. To Juicy Thoughts.
Juicy J.
Breaker 19 is a little shrew. What's up? About to selfies on our mail.
But yeah, so you are going to try and you make your way to Jewel.
Yes.
All right.
Mhm. City of Fate.
You get a general direction. So
You show up and it's totally that shitty Patriot one that Joe used to get.
I would say Josine you have the knowledge of this, I would say you would either have to pilot the Nautiloid ship and tow the other one, or have Gix follow behind you, or pilot the other ship with the new knowledge you acquire.
Alright, I'll pilot this ship, towing the other one. When we get close enough, we'll send the other ship first.
Okay.
Like once we get inside of it.
Yeah, where it's like, if I bring this ship any closer, they're gonna be like, my place.
Yeah.
So then we'll send the other ship closer. So I will pilot the Nautilus.
Great. You are able
Because that's
to.
what I'm gonna do.
You are able to navigate the ship through Astral. You're passing. You are passing like floating rocks and dirt. Eventually, a lot of that, as you get the, because you're like attached to the ship, you see your surroundings, and eventually you kind of hear that third sense basically. You're kind of like third personing yourself. You
Like piloting a ship in the video game.
yeah.
Yeah.
You get a sense that like there's very little debris out here. There's very little like celestial bodies, celestial astral.
Open flat dirt road in the middle of nowhere.
Yes. Void. It is static void with nothing around.
You guys just get a sense of hold on to your nuts. Or
The sphincters tighten.
hold your down from communication. You have to just be like, hold on to your nuts, and then the ship aches off.
But after some time, and it takes you a good while, you, I would say you have to.
Hold on to that.
I would say you will have to take a break. You're heading in the right direction, but you get to that 8-hour threshold, and you are feeling exhausted. It feels like you just ran a marathon. Your mind is tired and your body is just exhausted.
Okay, so we just get out of the chair and sort of like lay on the floor, just have like face down on the deck.
You want to go sleep in a bed?
This is fine. I'm good. Floors are good. I like floors. Staying on the floor is good for your constitution, probably.
I'm gonna go to sleep in bed.
There's like thumbs up your little floor.
She's gotten used to the comfort of the smooth musculature.
I like feel the shit hard. I'm like, oh, I just got to do anything.
Should we take a long rest?
You can, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Based on how far it is, how long do you get to the finish?
General relativity.
On the floor and
It's fast rate. You're looking at about probably 2 days worth of travel. From your starting point, you traveled about 8 hours, so you about a day works.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's do a rest, I guess. Unless you want to jump in the saddle there.
Well,
Oh, you're on the other.
I'm on the other.
But we don't need
And you do have the remote control.
So I guess yeah, if it's gonna take 2 days, we could all stay on this ship until we get closer to the other.
And I would say you guys have 2 days worth of downtime for those who aren't piloting. And if there's any downtime research you'd like to do, downtime activities, you have 2 days worth of activities. I'd say, unfortunately, Gix and Josine, since you both are piloting, you're going to need to be tapped.
Even though I only can sleep like 4 hours.
Yes.
So I have like 16 hours that I can't do anything with.
Do I need to be?
Well, are you guys going round the clock? Because if you're going to go round the clock,
Well, right, because like if he can pilot for 8 hours, we need the rest of 4.
Yeah.
Like 4 other hours, like.
okay. Other than, because you can,
No.
you can just fly the ship no more than 20 hours and like total for a day. the long rest.
Yeah, I can long rest for 4 hours.
Okay.
So while he's flying, I can get my long rest, do another during my time, he can get a long rest.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I'll allow it.
every time he pilots, I got 4 hours of rest and 4 hours of time to do stuff.
I'll let you take your help. I will allow it.
Always like, the trance is the most like bullshit.
What needs to happen is you need to have a party of elves except one person who's human, and then the elves have like their own little mini adventure while human is sleeping.
I think it's better if the human doesn't even know that all the all the and then after 2 hours, the elves are all like, get up and do stuff, and they come before you wake up.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna study those
It's like-
plans.
Breakfast is always ready. Do they just like magic that?
Elves are so it's so connected with like life.
Go ahead and give me a. I will say.
Oh fuck.
Which is like the most useful shit.
I will say Arcana, Medicine, or Nature, and either of those will have a different result.
Well, I'm definitely going to do this, like, they're going to be a little easier. So I'll do one for each. Because I'll probably
I would say it's one for like the total. So
oh,
you,
it's like the whole 2 days.
yeah.
Okay, I'll do. I don't know if they do, but my plus star cross is 4, my plus nature's 14. So, if I do nature, like, information wise, it's like,
It will give.
like, that's going to be like, this is the plan.
No. You're researching the different properties of this.
Okay.
So an Arcana check will get you one thing. A Nature check will get you.
Oh,
one
okay. So, like, you can use it as a spell component for these versus nature's like, you can use it as a potion component.
thing. Potentially.
And then I will be working on it with the Arcana percent.
Yeah, nature.
Okay.
You're gonna. Yeah. We're just longer. We're so like.
And we have 3 of them, so why don't each of us can fuck around with them?
Indeed.
I got a. I got. For nature.
For Nature. Hold on to your roll.
26.
Hold on,
to your roll. Alright, so for Nature, you begin to slowly investigate this. You take various salves that you have, and you begin to kind of dissect it to kind of figure out exactly what it does and what makes it tick from a natural point of view.
That's what I was working on the ship, the giant bombs.
Yeah.
But I'm like, they make me look smart and look smart.
You, after quite some time and various trial and error of cutting up this land, and it's like it's not mush. It's not full of anything. It's like a kidney. It's kind of like it's
Like an orange.
yeah, it's an organ. You discern that when that it has 3 properties actually. When eaten, it provides a resistance to psionic damage. Yes, there we go. Words.
Second damage.
Psychic damage.
Could use this for that combat.
When dried and crushed and turned into like a powder, you can turn it into a temporary like mind wipe, so you can basically redo a single action on a target. So basically rewind the last 6 seconds and retry.
Oh. Interesting.
When blown in, like turned into a powder.
Okay. Like I.
It's more of like you like
I blow it on the person.
blow it on first.
It's assuming this is what we're going to talk about.
No, this would be
Okay. Wrong thing. Forget that.
yes. You can redo basically the last
So it's like the
Like
that one value.
Dust to Forgiveness.
Okay.
Basically what it's like. And then when you drink it, it provides a what's the words I'm looking for? It provides a like a mind shield.
Okay.
You have intellect fortress for 10 minutes. Intellect fortress is a fun spell, but let me look it up for you.
Also, how do I drink it? Like, you know, like put it in a blender. Drink the soup.
You gotta steep it. You gotta put it in.
Like turn it into a tea.
Yeah, turn it into a
Does
tea.
it dry first, or just like dump the whole thing in a pot of water?
When you dry it, it changes the effect. So you have to like you cut it, you put it in some liquid.
Okay, so it's more like making soup.
Yes.
Okay, we're making broth.
Broth.
Okay. So I can eat it whole. I can dry it and blow it on people, or I can turn it into broth. Gross.
How long is the if you eat it last?
Is it 10 minutes?
Well, drinking it was 10 minutes.
Drinking is 10 minutes.
Oh, drinking is 10 minutes.
Eating it is going to be we give it an one.
Is it 1 use per land?
Yes. So you basically have to, you know, I will say you get 2 uses of it.
Okay.
I think-
We have 6.
But if you eat it, you have 2 uses. If you want to turn it into the dust of glibness, then you get 1 use out of it. And if you want to turn it into a broth and drink it, that is also 1 use.
Okay.
It's a big thing. I don't know if like
You give a lot of chicken bones to make like a quart of broth, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
so. Intellect Fortress. You form an indomitable wall of psionic energy around your mind, which allows you to launch counterattacks against your opponents. This is not what I wanted. This is the fucking updated one.
I would say that sounds more like the psionic sub-combat methods from Third Edition.
Hold on a minute.
There was a whole like 2 psionic users like sit there and stare at each other until one of them's brain explodes type of like psionic combat. You know, and Intellect Fortress was actually one of the parts.
Come on.
They've changed this. I do not want to download 5,000 times your call for everything. I just want to read the fucking list.
I know. I hate the fucking mobile app. It is.
Fine, I will Google. You have made me resort to Google.
There it is. All right. So for 10 minutes, or did I forget?
And let's work with it.
You know what? For an hour. You have resistance to psychic damage.
You get some upstairs neighbors.
I don't know what that is. Is it with the light bulb?
Right.
Anyway, sorry. Resistance to psychic damage, as well as advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know what? Let's just mess it up. Sorry, I don't know connections. Homebrew. Item. Search.
What's the foot school? That against that before up and down, you had not looked them.
One of them is actually signed by my what's it called? My
Somebody from Turkey.
bunch of them. With a like handwritten note to me in the cover.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's like, they didn't say, oh, these are hard. They said you didn't lend us those.
Yeah.
Which to me means they disappeared somewhere into the fucking border of hell, and is there a hole everywhere in them. And they'll, under a bit 20 years
For what it's eaten.
Hmm?
What did I say for what it's eaten?
you check it. Or this is the second day.
Especially since that's like a fancy leather envelope.
Yeah. Because I think that I wanted to borrow them for his game, because there was some stuff he wanted to use for his game that he played for us, so.
Right. It gives you my name, the psionic combat, and the attack and defense modes from 3rd edition. Which is like a weird sort of like. It involves a weird sort of like rock, paper, scissors sort of situation, and then you both roll.
Interesting.
The certain attack rolls or modes are better against certain defense modes, weaker against others.
Yeah, Pokemon rules.
Yeah, Pokemon. But you both sort of declare your attack mode and your defense mode at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's semi-random. I don't think we ever went to the stage.
Alright, you can go ahead and, I guess, add whichever one you want to do with it. They're going to be under. You're able to. I hope you're able to see it, but it's going to be under Mind Flare Blend. And I'll go through and edit them. I just wanted to get the information in.
Is it Mind Player going?
It's going to be in the grants.
It says you cannot look at list of items.
Alright, it might take a
I
little
think,
bit.
well, I think
It also, yeah, it's the.
if he was having an issue with it.
No
I mean,
worries.
I'm not looking at any items.
Okay, well, that's,
Well, I have this free land in my
well you have.
inventory where you recommend one.
And, well, you're setting one, Zeke is setting one, and you're setting one.
Right, but we're not going to do it.
Alright. You're up.
One.
4.
Total. Oh, this was for
We did medicine.
medicines.
Medicine. I would say you get something. You get similar results to just seeing. You get the different. You get uh,
So yes,
psychic resist. You kind of get what you get when you like Twilight you did or something like that. You also get that when it is turned into and used as a, and I would say just seeing you're on the verge. And I would say you're helping Zeke with this because you're kind of it's similar.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You get the sense that when it is turned into a potion, um, you are able to cast. So depending on what you make with it, there are a few variations that you can make with this. You can make a potion of charm person. You also can make a potion of detect thoughts. And lastly, you can make a potion of suggestion. On top of the other properties that it allows in action. So you get one use out of it when turning it into a potion. Any potion, it just varies based on what elements you use. I'll make stuff for that. Cool. And you did Arcana. Great. For Arcana, you are so it has several various properties. When used as a when used in as a spell component, you can do a few different spells with it, depending on the spell you're using. You can do when you use it as a spell slot using Mind Sliver. You add a plus 10 to the base damage that you roll. If you use it as a spell component on a higher level spell, you basically double the damage of the psychic damage total rolled. And if you use it for a spell 5th level or higher, it reduces the casting time to instantaneous.
Oh.
So,
Are most spells instant?
No.
There's 10-minute, 1-minute casting
Oh.
times.
Yeah.
So wait, what are the first two again?
So the first one is if you use the cantrip Mind Sliver, adds a plus 10 to whatever damage rolled.
Don't get your damage.
Well, I like that. There are like a cool you hit about a bunch of.
The second effect is if you use it while casting a psionic spell, that is first level to 5th level, basically, 1st to 4th. You double the damage as a spell component.
Okay.
That's spells that do psychic damage.
Spells that do psychic damage. And then anything above 5th level, spells in general. This is a less of specific psionic to just spells in general. Casting time becomes instantaneous. And it is, and the gland is consumed for each of these uses.
Sure. That makes sense.
And spells that would anything, and if you're casting a spell, I'd also add to the second property. If you're casting it between first and fifth, or first and fourth, and you use it as a spell component, spells that normally require concentration don't require concentration.
Oh.
But it has to be a spell that's like,
Yes. But alternatively, if you don't want to use a spell that does like damage, you can alternatively use it on a spell that uses concentration and negate the concentration.
oh.
So the spell,
That's a lot.
so the spell would last the duration of the spell, or until it's dispelled.
Mhm.
So you wouldn't have to worry about that.
That's a lot of concentration
Yeah.
spells. Like my best spells are all concentration spells.
So,
Or
Sell it.
or I can put somebody under hold person and not need to concentrate.
mhm.
I've pulled a lot of people at my level. Or in my own world.
Draconic Spirit is, well, it's not draconic. You have a different one.
Yeah.
Well, we collected 4 of them. 3. Okay. Jason can't do magic. He doesn't do any of this shit, so he just wants to summon this.
I mean, you can do like the infinite stuff, where you become like resistant to psychic damage, and then like bonus to your intelligence with charisma.
That makes sense in character, not a character. Like it when I was intelligence.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna try. I will say, Josephine's gonna come campaign very hard for not selling it, because these are just not needing to concentrate on shit is so useful. Because unfortunately, for druids, like more than half of my spells are concentrated.
with the amount of work we put into getting these, we should keep unique. Unless you can just find them.
Yeah, maybe they're not actually like.
I bet they're not that wouldn't be expensive if they were.
You know,
Divination?
there's probably like a whole
There.
Yankee market for them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be a cute. Alright, well, do we want to work on these now, or do we want to come back and go keep on to the place?
So
I think we
to
should
use them for the Arcana purposes, we have to be determined into a potion, or just like it's like a spell.
So if you want to use them so Arcana was spell component. Medicine was potions,
Okay.
which create
I saw the potion type.
the different potions, and then yours is turning into like a
Like into a soup, into a powder. After the vote, we put them in the bag of holding and keep them whole,
Yeah, for now.
because the 3 of us, our best spells are all concentration. So having those on you know what? Fuck it, he helped.
could be useful.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything that does psychic damage, but not having to concentrate is well, because it also means like if I don't have to concentrate on like say call lightning, I can cast another concentration.
Yeah.
Draconic transformation and ball of thorns simultaneously.
So, out of combat, the detect thoughts potion could be useful since we can't do that. Right.
That's true.
But it's a regular spell too, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
You know, we could
Roll or something.
Yeah. Or we could turn one of them into a potion and keep the others for things.
I feel like the potion we can buy easily. See,
True.
we have so much money.
Let's think about it a little more.
Things that let you not concentrate are infinite.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Investigate.
okay.
Investigation.
Do we still have some downtime? While we're trying.
Yes, you guys have a total of them.
Okay, so we're on the
You're on the Nautilus.
we're on the
I
Nautilus.
would say you guys can go back and forth. You got it. You're towing. You're driving a U-Haul, towing another U-Haul.
Alright, I was looking at my sheet. I have 2 vials of purple liquid, parenthesis mind flayer, whatever. So I don't know if they're made from a mind flayer or if I got them from a mind flayer. It's purple liquid, 2 vials of purple liquid, mind flayer related somehow. And I'm on the Nautilus ship, so maybe I can experiment with. I don't know.
You got them from the Mind Flayer. It wasn't you that there's secrets. They were, it's fun. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
And yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll give it to you. Well, no, I won't. It's magical. Transmutation.
Which check did you say?
Arcana.
Ooh, I rolled. 25.
These are 2 potions of invisibility.
It's normal invisibility where if I do an action, it goes away.
Yes.
Is it any action? I thought it was just you take deal damage.
If you take an attack, yeah, you
Yeah.
can do actions as if you make an attack.
But you know, invisibility also gives you for things too. If it's like in combat and you're like, I need to get to somebody on that side of the fucking field without having to worry about attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
Fucking drink a potion bonus action, high damage, and then you know, healing word or whatever. Well, not healing word.
We could potentially give some to our
You got towards sneaky rogues.
friends. So you can go sneak them.
Yeah, well, yeah, because if you're invisible, you have it.
Yeah.
Unless they can creatures can see invisibility for a reason, which means sneak attack doesn't go back.
Anyone else want to do downtime stuff?
Because I have nothing that happens to look at the plan all my. I hit down immediately.
You spend the 2 days navigating through the vast emptiness that is the astral realm. Significantly more empty than it has been when you first arrived. So empty that you can see off into the vast nothingness and see nothing but emptiness.
I stare into the void.
You stare, there's nothing
The
but
void is not home. It does not stare back.
Hope the void doesn't
you see
stare
a big eye open.
Oh, God.
It sees you. You have been seen.
Or
It's staring.
Eventually, after kind of towards the end of that second day, you guys are getting a little antsy. Or what seems to be the second day.
the second period of 24 hours.
Yes.
Right.
Eventually, you get to see it in the space around you. It becomes less of this like staticky gray, black, white. Like it's dark and light at the same time. It's just like, and it becomes slightly purplish, and you see these various hues surrounding you.
Oh no, there's purple.
And as you are sailing through, you see that there are rocks again, and debris that you're passing as you're floating through the astral. And you see crystals, large crystals, small crystals, like little clusters. You see large, kind of like those, like big quartz pylons, just kind of floating out in the middle of nowhere. And as you sail through, the number of these like floating debris rock is increasing. And who is, I would say, on this last leg, who is helming the ship? Okay. Josine, you feel a unfamiliar pressure on the vessel.
Like, on the ship?
On the ship. Almost as if whatever you're like, it feels like you've been kind of like flying through this vast nothingness, like cutting through butter. Like it's smooth sailing. And as you're kind of like getting around and getting into this crystal debris field, you feel like you're getting some sort of resistance.
Like, half that gel.
Yeah, kind of like
Thickened water.
yes, like you're kind of like going through water basically. Like you're still able to go forward, but you like there is something is pushing. There's a force pushing against the ship.
But I like kind of peer around eventually and like get more again. I'm not like looking at it, like does this feel like a wall or like something that's like stop.
Like, is it in every direction or just in the direction we're traveling?
I would say it is just in all directions. Like something is slowing you down. You were cruising. You kind of just like the best. When copper hits a magnet, or a magnet goes through copper, it flies and then slow.
Is that what happened?
It is. It's really cool. Because there's weird properties of the magnet deal with copper.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
I think you do an experiment with that. Copper to make it like
And as you are making your way, you see land in front of you. Vast.
Just land on my.
No.
And I like ping to see if there's any sort of like.
Your little pingy thing is way behind you.
It doesn't know where I am.
Yeah. It kind of like almost as if like you hit, like you began to feel the resistance is like where that ping was, and then now you've moved kind of like a map marker. You got to the
Google
spot.
lost it.
Yeah, you've got to the spot, but you kept going.
Okay. Is there like a way to like sensors to be like detect life or like the presence of
Scan for life form.
like scan for life forms? Is this real terrain? Is it illusory? How legit is what's going on? Ooh.
It is that person was not there.
Yeah, I probably had a wall.
No, this is real terrain. This is real. Like you kind of look at your out of body experiences gives you that this is physical things that could hurt the ship if you ran into it at a certain speed.
Okay, I will come to a stop and just be like, heads up, guys. There's some land ahead that's not on my brain map. And as far as the map is concerned, we're not here.
Like in video games where it has a mark, like a custom marker,
Yeah.
and you get to it, you can like walk around, but
Yeah.
it just stays there. That's kind of what this is.
Okay.
So like you've gone to the spot where it was marked on the map, and then now you just tell me.
Okay, so it must be Jewel. But that's where we were going.
Yeah, you get the sense that you made it to what was marked on the map as Jewel, but this is you look around and like you see these floating crystal islands and very like ginormous floating clusters of rocks. Small
ammo.
islands.
Does Pamela
Yeah.
know anything about what's going on?
He's been Jewel.
Yeah, it's our guy.
Look alive.
He's supposed
You get Panmo, and he is
Jewel?
he is drunk.
Oh my God. He used more. I swear to God, I will let the restoration you.
Well, just now, yeah, this is Jewel. It's a messy drink of his.
And I just left the restoration.
What's it you?
Hard part was that you cannot be stumped out of your fucking mind while we're out.
Puts his flask away.
Next time you break the restoration, I'll clear your fucking alcoholism so bad. You have no alcohol tolerance.
Like you try. You know what? Do it. Do it. I don't want a tolerance anymore.
You will die.
Um,
Or you know what? I'll make you immune to poison. Fucking watch me. You'll never get drunk again.
As he just kind of he goes, he looks around, and yeah, we're not quite there yet. We probably are gonna have to ditch the ship soon. The crystal resonance, for some reason, prevents ship travel within the length of Jewel. So
Is there like a parking lot or?
I believe, if I remember correctly, like if we go up a little bit, there should be an actual land mass we can just like set down. Well, then everything will be safe there. Literally, no one comes here.
Okay, so like we don't even have to switch ships in that case. We can park it. It seems like nobody cares.
No.
Oh, yeah, cool. All right. Well, I guess I'll go park the ship.
Yeah.
It's question mark.
You continue forward, and you find yourself as the landscape is the landscape changes fairly quickly from kind of like this vast like sea of islands and crystals into a much rockier,
Oh.
more mountainous, crystalline environment. Like these hills are, they go up hundreds of thousands of feet. Some of them are like little mounds, little sprouts. But you see, there is like a nice clearing. You can set both of the ships down with these. Yeah, you guys have made it to ground. Pamo kind of gets off the ship first and tries to like kind of sticks his finger up in the air and just kind of like getting his general direction. All right, so rules are stick with me, and I should be able to get you at least to the nearest outpost.
Okay.
There are some weird things that happen here, so try not to be too freaked out. If you see anything, let me know because the things here are not nice.
Where to go?
Some of the crystals have a weird resonance, and they kind of can. Depends on the person. I saw someone turn into just bubbles and float away.
Oh.
Once, someone at one point their teeth went soft. Yeah, the crystal properties in this area are.
Oh, soft.
Like apparently are really common thing for people to have like weird dreams and like your teeth like either like crumble or fall in your mouth and soft. And mine is usually either like my teeth crumbling bit by bit, I have to like spit out tooth pieces, or they do turn soft. And it just reminded me of all those dreams. Like no, like your teeth become like gum.
Yeah, it's more like the that little like slit, like they just kind of like one.
Like cookies.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, there's the crystals act in weird ways.
I thought you were gonna say radiation. Lord have mercy.
I mean, no one's dropped dead yet, so I think
if my teeth turned off, I would want that.
I think the person who turned into bubbles died.
I'm going to keep my little powdered, diamond dust for greater restoration.
You keep it on hand. Keep it on hand.
But yeah, just stick with us and with me, and we should be okay.
Nothing else to trust you.
Yeah, we literally don't have.
You're not wrong. I would have just appreciated just the straight up trust. You didn't have to bring up that I.
Well, we trusted you not to get like police. You told us you wouldn't, but you agreed to that, and then 5 minutes ago I had to with you again.
Listen, I had 2 days of nothing. What else am I doing?
You guys have nothing to do, you know what I mean? You do fucking whatever.
You've been studying those weird
Yeah, peaceful.
things.
You are also capable of being useful.
You're right. And I chose to be useful and try to empty my flask.
A cone of holding him.
Get frozen.
I worked very hard at trying to empty my flask.
How did you get it done? It'd be
No.
impressive if you did.
It's still very full.
Yeah. I just wanna
Like one of those magically refilling ones, is it?
probably.
Alright, let's go.
I haven't found the bottom yet. He kind of gives you a wink.
Yeah.
They don't really have money that we would have on the material now.
They have gold coins in over there. Yeah, I mean, there is currency. Like gold is silver and copper is still.
I'm sure they have multiple like
Yeah.
stuff measurements.
Yeah.
Like
It
10,000 cultures with 10,000 currency.
Yeah, the astral realm when you're in the hippocampus was mostly based on a barter system, but they did accept coin because I mean there are times when you need something and the only thing you can give is gold.
Right.
But yeah, you guys travel. Go ahead and give me survival checks, everyone, please.
Bye.
So we literally walk through the mountains. Is that?
Yeah. I just had like a sip of that straight lemon.
Third.
187.
No, yeah.
That's also a top. Reroll.
But
How did it land on the other dice?
Okay, there we go.
So,
But all the guys still flat.
no, it was like wedged in between.
So I had it was like not.
No, it was between two.
That's survival.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Are we trying to see or are we just trying to reverse?
You're just traveling
You know what? Does this bring pass without transfer?
for 10 minutes. All right.
And after 10 minutes, I'll recap it.
Really?
Because I messed it.
Ah,
So I spent 5,000 gold on it.
interesting.
I spent like 10 families' lifetime income on this thing.
Yeah.
Worth it.
What'd you get for survival?
30.
Okay. 22,
320.
30, 20, and I'll roll for that. Let's see if we have any natural ones. No natural one. That was real close
I
though.
feel like my 30 negation has to roll on this.
All right.
That is not the high.
You all
Oh, I'm just doing that.
are leave the ships behind.
I pull out a little like key bob, just like beep beep.
The tentacles.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to go through track. Oh, that's not. The whole squid part from the inside of the shell.
You
That's what's in snail shell.
begin traversing the crystalline mountains,
Okay.
and it's kind of hard to do.
Would you bring me a glass of it? Thank you. I do.
You Panlos seems to know where he's going. At least you get the sense that he's just traveling in a single direction.
Okay.
And it is, as you're walking along, like this is a beautiful space. Like the ambient light of the astral realm fills these crystal mountains with like an inner light. Like they have like a faint radiant glow to them. Of just like the thousands of refractions and reflections that are going on within them. That it is quite beautiful actually. Like walking in this, while it is extremely mountainous and rough terrain, it itself is beautiful in its own way. You eventually make your way, and you find yourselves walking through a pass. And once you've made your way through a pass, you come across a vibrant blue scene. With those purples and kind of like grays begin to fade as you find yourself in almost like a icicle blue scape. You kind of like you get the feeling that you like traversed over a mountain range and now you're kind of like walking down into a valley. You get to like there's this like mercurial water that every now and then kind of like has what are they called when the sun just like on the surface of the sun where it kind of like
Yeah, that's the solar flare.
yeah
Or like the big flame.
it creates a corona.
Yeah.
Every now and then you kind of like see that like erupt and just kind of like engulf itself and then sink back into this like mercurial water. Kadir, you get the sense that this is, or Kadir tells you that this is, it's magic, innately magic, but there really is no like, it's just kind of like raw planar magic at this point.
Definitely should not have.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to try and put it in a bottle?
Some of the water.
Last lot, that is something I can pull out of the box before. Who can mage hand? You can mage hand.
Yeah, let's do it.
See if you can do it.
Okay. But no,
Do it. Do it. The fourth thing that happens is your mage hand gets destroyed. That's in the box.
unless it's like second feedback or something.
No, your god would want you to do this.
You would.
There's a big lot of this liquid, right? Like,
yeah, you see this kind of like mercurial river begin to flow in the center of this valley. I would say you all are like,
What kind of room? Swashbuckler.
y'all are about twice the size of my house. My house is right here.
Oh god.
You're about twice the size. That's
Oh god.
I'd say you're like right. So you're this is this like a mercurial river that is flowing, and every now and then these coronal bursts.
We could, instead, if we don't have, well, we do have.
Yeah, we literally have to change.
If you're not comfortable with mage hand, we always put out like a rope, and, like dip the rope in.
Yeah, I call it like a quart size. They go like a quart size piece in a jar, and I'm like, yeah, get some of that food.
so Ben knows more just about crystals.
Yes.
What does he say about this liquid? You ever seen anything bad happen with that? Or?
Honestly, this is new for me. I haven't seen this yet. We didn't encounter this last time I was here. Then again, I kind of was
Preserved. Invigorated.
In a state.
in a state,
Indisposed.
indisposed. My mind fully wasn't on it.
All right, yeah, we'll take a little vial, set it up near the
It's like a jar.
whatever it is. Set it up near the edge of the door.
Give it a
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll activate Mage Hand and
Okay.
Just dump it in the jar.
So are you trying to get like a piece of that coronal art? That
No,
can
just
happen
the
to
liquid.
water?
Yeah.
You mage hand can lift 5 pounds.
Yeah, it's a jar, like the thing.
Okay, we got
It's not
just want a sampling.
Your mage hand goes in and gets horizontal. You can't lift.
oh, the water weighs more than
It's heavy.
Okay, what I will 50 foot of rope. I will take my 50 rope.
You can move it out. As soon as you try to like you will it to go up, it stops.
Okay, so bring my jar. Yeah, like I have rope to Duncan.
Okay.
So try that instead. Take my rope and just like lower it down. Get some liquid and pull it back.
Give me a strength check, please.
Also, I don't know how I noticed, but I love your nail color.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know why it should be so long.
Dylan did them for me for his birthday last week. They're blue with the metallic, like the metal where you can magnets and stuff.
Yeah.
With that smoke coat, that makes it.
Oh, so now you gotta be careful not to fuck up your credit cards.
No,
No.
it's
It's not that metallic.
No, no,
Okay. Okay. Spot.
Metallic and color.
yeah, it's got iron shavings in the nail
Yeah,
polish
it's
itself,
like swirly.
so you can make different designs if you wanted to. Like, make it specific lines.
So I'm so it's gonna be strong. I have to put +1 to my strength.
Whoa.
For a total of 23.
Oh wow.
I rolled I got a 19. The power of I need to know what the fuck that is, and I need to put some of it in my little gremlin bag is enough to sustain me in all
You're
ages.
stronger than I am. Let's see.
I can finish rest here.
You dunk your you dunk the jar, and as soon as it
It's a quart-sized
begins
jar.
to fill with liquid, it sinks. It just starts immediately sinking.
Absolutely not like 3 months.
It is like pulling in
I've been for bacon
a
before.
big fish. This is like you caught a shark.
Hell yeah.
Like you're just, and it is extremely heavy, but you are ever so
Yeah, who's
carefully.
strong? That's also like he's strong, right?
I don't know.
Or I believe one of them is strong.
Let's find out.
But I got strong. What do you pick me up?
They both have a +3.
Both of y'all pick me up. Work together. Teamwork.
Oh wait, no, that's different. +3.
Like, I both picked me up as I was falling off the roof. Yeah.
And I would say they both help you in holding the rope as you're just kind of playing tug of war with it, bringing it back. And you get a shiny, metallic blue. You know what? Just like my nails.
So pretty.
Liquid that is you have a 1 quart jar of shiny blue metallic liquid.
That's very heavy.
That is extremely heavy. If you would like to put a weight to it,
For some reason, like, they will not let me type with this.
is it on? It might be dead.
Oh,
Keyboard on.
there's an on for the keyboard?
There is. There's a little
Extra button, so.
on your.
Is that way it's never worked? Oh my god.
Yes, now it's on. I gotta type. Gotta click on the thing and then start typing.
Ah!
I think you turned it off because it was being done at one point. So.
Okay. Solid blue, liquid. And this is, you know, part was like liquid magic, right?
That's what the Corona was.
Okay, we don't know what the liquid itself is. Okay, you said for a weight.
45 pounds.
Wow.
Damn.
45 pounds of quart, 4 quarts in a gallon. That's 180 pounds per gallon. It's a gallon of this weighs more than I. She weighs 105.
This is extremely dense
This
liquid.
is slightly less than half my body weight. I'm like I see it like this. And I was like, got it, I'm good.
Does it work the hernia?
What did I?
Put it in one of my like little pockets. Little nothing.
Ironically enough, like as you're putting it in there, like that pouch specifically kind of like weighs like a pound or 2 more. Yeah. But yeah. Cool. It is mercurial blue liquid that you now have.
Nice. I don't know what it is. Who knows? We'll find out.
Plane is an astral plane.
A-N-E.
Oh.
Plain
L-A-N-E.
like
Like-
the only time it's different is when it's a grassy one.
Really? Okay, so I knew there was PLAN for like a location.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's like one of the very few.
Or when you don't want anything on your burgers.
Yeah.
Plain is
Well,
also.
that was for that. Plane is one of the very few homophones that I'm like, which one are you? And for astral plane, I get it wrong every
I'm about to do
most of the time.
You all continue to travel, making your way through. Can I get everyone's passive perceptions, please? So I can write them down. Oh, I'm not ready to write them.
Learn how to perceive.
I like that we're basically hiking through giant geodes. Is what it feels like.
I've been collecting little bits of stuff every time.
My passive
It
perception.
keeps coming in useful.
23.
Like, I bought drugs as a joke, and then the drugs fixed my belly.
Kadir.
So,
Oh,
Just saying.
17.
Zeke. 20. Thank you. First thing going on my DM screen. On my actual GM screen, not my DM screens. I should actually write down those numbers.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a nice rock.
They just have the numbers
Because I
written
really
down.
love
And like,
things.
I'll be the
I'll
idea.
have to grab it. Mail.
From the giant city.
Oh yeah. Well, I've been trying to like collect little treasures because once I figure out how to mail from here, I want to like send my box to work on whatever. I tried to find a nice little chocolate around, but you know, like as all you know,
You
autistic lesbian relationships, here's a rock sticking in you. Which is also the great thing. That's one of the engagement rings. I love you so much. Here's a rock about it.
True.
On a side note, kind of going off of that, when Dylan first met my dad, that they bonded over cool rocks.
Nice.
Dylan was talking about his rock, his crystal collection. My dad was like, "That's really cool."
When we went camping in June, there was an agate quarry, and 4 autistic people went to an agate quarry. As you can imagine, we came home with a full of rocks. Holes onto the rock are still in my car. Every time I get in my car, I'm like, please take your autism rock home. He's like, oh yes, I will, and then he doesn't.
Yes.
Mine are still in a backpack in my room. What are they doing? Living in backpack. Some of them are in my but most of them are in my backpack. Like, you know, autism, ADHD, solidarity is, ooh, look a rock.
Great. You all. Yeah.
Also, I'm just gonna look for a regular, like, a cool rock, but not like a living rock or one that like melts like the organs or anything.
Right.
Just this one is pretty. If there is like a pretty rock that will not kill or like fuck me over around, you know, in our journey somewhere.
Yeah. Like there's
crystal.
geodes, there's crystals. Like this is Jewel is, from what you've been told, is plane, the elemental plane of crystal.
Well, yeah, I know they're around. I'm looking for ones that are like are not evil, and are not creating like a fuck you aura, that are not, you know, the size of a pebble but weigh a million pounds. Won't melt through my skin.
You passed a good handful.
Okay, but I'm gonna have some geodes and crystals. That is too how you spell geodes. Don't lie to me. Being right. Yeah, apples are just like random things that happen for you. That when we killed that kraken way at the beginning, it's been hanging out in my bag of holding, and I used it to poison the king werewolf. I've become a much worse RPG hoarder ever since we were like 3 sessions into our Scion game. And we had some of these creatures that all of them, like their eyeballs on like a magical property. It just was never something that was useful, you know. So like I still have it in my house.
Purified water.
Yeah, they purified water. That was what they did. We did not need to purify water at any point because we had access to modern technology and faucets. And literally, like, I was in the game for like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like 4 real world years later, in one of the final fights we did against, like, not the biggest bad evil guy, but like pretty up there. Because he created and thrived in dirty, polluted water, I could throw these out and it purified water within like a 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
And it did so much damage to him. And I was like, I've been holding on to these for a real life 4 years.
For this one.
And in game like 2 years.
Yeah.
And finally, they are coming in clutch. And so because it worked one time, I cannot not be a hoarder. Because you never know. Because there's nothing quite like a feeling of being like, I don't know, like, what if I have a weird rock in my back? Oh no, the rock was in the gun the whole time.
This song feels.
I think it's based off the 9 Inch Nails.
Okay.
It's also from Westworld Productions.
I am not sure.
Yeah, you're able to find a cool geodes. And as you continue walking through, you find yourselves the terrain changing, or let's say you kind of, this specific landscape goes on for a while. You're just kind of following this metallic liquid river, liquid metallic river for a while. I would say at this point you guys are traveling for, you flew for a better part of 8 hours, and I'd say at this point, if you guys continue going, you will reach exhaustion level. So you probably want to take
Time limit.
Mm-hmm.
Time to rest longingly.
Are we getting a long rest time? So
Yes, who would like to stay up for first watch?
15.
15?
We don't get to do that right
No. I feel like since we have 2 full elves who only need 4 hours of sleep, it's really most efficient if I just watch.
Yeah.
Because everybody else has to sleep 8 hours.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'll take first watch, I guess.
Alright.
Well, I was driving when we got here.
So
Am
I
I
will
able
take
to
first watch.
Okay.
I will also take first watch.
Yeah, all the rest of you have to like sleep a third of your life away while.
Okay.
You have such a fun little.
True.
The unfair thing about being half elf, it really doesn't extend your lifespan.
Not
at all.
It depends actually, because there are other rules where you actually average the lifespan too.
Oh, okay.
So if you go by what's
In the book, it says that you get like maybe 120.
so in the book it's like half of the like 150 to 200 years. But there is also a sort of supplemental thing where for mixing races, where it's like the average lifespan is just the average 2 lifespans. So for half elf it'd be like 400-ish. Give or take.
These little mayfly humans.
Right, it's just like wow, you guys live like what, like 50 years?
Yeah, maybe.
It's so short.
Usually more like 80.
I think it's beautiful. So
Uncharacteristically deep.
Go ahead, someone roll me a d20, please.
I'll do it.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
You don't want to make your roll anymore. Bam. Can we use a coin?
Coin. Yeah, use a coin.
I think because I built so much, I really don't need to make the roll.
Actually.
Oh, you rolled.
Oh no.
You know what? To die in your sleep is all we can really hope for.
I'm not even asleep. I'm just trancing.
I need everyone to make perception checks with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Can we use a coin on that?
Yes, you can use it.
Negate that.
Wow, I rolled pretty well.
Actually, not that bad. Okay.
14. Okay.
9.
22.
Great.
26.
Seven's in my pocket. Can you roll perception?
It's in your pocket.
But the rest of us are asleep.
Not in your pocket.
What about Timothy? He's not in my pocket.
Timothy can roll with disadvantage. Sure. Why?
He's a good boy.
Very sleepy.
Oh no, he does have one. He has,
Wisdom.
It's blind sight. Or blind sense.
yeah, sure. I don't think I put it on. But he's supposed to. Perception is what?
Wisdom.
He's still. He's not wise.
I'm surprised.
Although I think. I think I marked the wrong thing because I said he has dark vision like this, but he doesn't have eyes. I think he's supposed to have blind sight of 120 feet. Because you can't have dark vision if you have no vision.
Yeah.
So decent so far. That's 2 14s for a total of 15.
Okay. Justine and Gix.
Mm-hmm.
I know this.
Hooray. Wait, he should see shit.
The three of you wake up to find yourselves covered in metallic moving shards. So you hear like little skittering just as you wake up and you see you were covered in these metallic bugs, basically, as they are in all of your things. So you're covered in all over your body. They're in your sleeping bags, and everyone is covered with them. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try doing this to see if they fall off.
Yeah, how big is any individual bug?
Even
Okay.
the size of like cockroaches. But
That's not a cockroach, that's a palmetto bug. Those are different.
They're actually pretty cool. They I don't have a picture of them, but they're kind of like have like this kind of shape, and they've got their little. They kind of like look like this, and they're kind of crawling.
Just little dudes.
Okay.
It's fucking Mirrodin bullshit, isn't it?
Do they feel heavy like they are made of metal?
No, they don't feel heavy at all. However, is anyone wearing anything metallic? Your armor,
for sure.
they are swarming your armor.
Oh,
I am not because druids don't wear metal armor.
I'm not because
Anything metallic. Armor.
Well, right, no, I'm just wearing gloves.
Not,
no metal buckles.
no metal buckles, swords,
I mean,
weapons.
they're not on me. They're about to be my holding.
Back home. Okay. If anyone has anything metallic,
I suppose the little like frame that holds
Oh, you're wrong.
Mizzou.
I thought it was leather.
No, it's like copper.
Oh,
they are all over that.
Leave Mizzou's alone.
yeah. All my metals are in my holding.
Cool.
I'm assuming you don't, of course.
Yeah.
But that was sworn all over it.
Yeah, they are swarming your armor. That set is set next to you. I need everyone to roll up, please.
You.
Just sometimes you have to.
Where's my freaking thing?
Done. What?
That pulls me over here.
If Michael worked it.
Good here. Gets
19.
Josine.
Also.
What's your modifier?
Mine?
Yeah,
Which one?
for dexterity, sure.
Believe. It is a pirate.
Well,
Either one.
you and yeah, what's your modifier?
5.
Yeah. 2.
Like, Jimmy is a pirate. It's a dexterity win. In every situation.
Zeke and Jimothy.
I think we're kind of action. I think you can initiative.
Uh, so
With my bugs. Or is there something else? Not a bug.
Maybe there's something controlling the bugs. Wait, did you just pick up the metallic version of my rat? The rat that I told you guys with?
Yeah.
That like to eat magic books.
No, they're going after metal.
I
no,
looked at it to take a metal show.
I've had these ones in there for a while.
I made very cheap.
Just hit yourself.
Alright, and then I need to do Zaphiel.
Trying to be cute.
And then
She cute.
Suave.
No, that's fair. It's just like, you know who I love more than you? Me. I do.
Yeah. I have good days on that.
Self-love is super. Yeah, not in the big Christian home.
Okay. Then
You never go to church?
Yeah, I didn't know what to say. We're at work. It's like last time I went, I almost caught a fly. She's just like, okay.
I mean, have you told her before?
Alright.
It's like,
intend to change this. Leave me alone.
Zeke, you're first.
Well, they all find out I still
Who am I fighting? Who do I feel who is trying to attack?
So
Let's combat and just kind of getting an initiative order. These bugs are swarming you. They're swarming your stuff.
Got it. I'm going to brush them off my weapons and shield first.
Okay. You try and wipe them off. I need you. You take. Where's a D8? There you are. You take 4 points of piercing damage as you run your hand across them, and they are extremely sharp.
You got little shark scales.
Mm-hmm.
Or
They're not biting. It's passive damage.
Yes, from touching.
And there's like hundreds of them. Is that?
Yeah, you guys are being. Your entire camp is being swarmed.
Okay. Are they on the ground? Or are they like coming from somewhere, or are they already on us?
They're already on them. Give me. And this is like not quite combat, so we can be a little loosey goosey with some of our actions. Give me a perception check as you look around.
7.
You're not quite sure. There's a fuck ton of them, and they are all over your stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Can I try burning them? Something like a burn.
Sure. You have anything burnable on your stuff, or you just like trying to shoot at the ground and get some off your stuff?
You know what? Let's go down. Okay, I'm just gonna maybe in the concentration of me just try burning hands.
Okay.
Just see what I can flame them off.
Yeah, they get they begin to glow red, and you go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Roll your hand for is burning hands
Save.
dexterity saving throw.
Guys.
it also looks like you should pull a ban.
That's going to be a 14 for
Okay, that's a fail, so they take 10 damage.
oh,
A 15-foot cone.
Ooh. The light is gone.
The rats.
Right at somebody.
Did the thing to be effective?
you get the sense that a couple of them fry off a little bit, like some of like the tiny ones, but it doesn't do as much damage.
Okay, well, fire's okay. Any other ideas?
And if that's what
Yeah.
you want to do, we'll continue with initiative
Yep.
order. So Gix, you're up.
Okay.
You can. I would say you we're playing loosey goosey with some of these rolls.
How thick does this swarm seem to be? Like, is it like, are there like multiple, is it like waves of bugs stacked on top of each other?
Think of it as like a vast majority of them are going to be surrounding Zeke and metallic stuff, but they are like all over. I'd say it's about an 80% density, and then they're all over your campsite. Like, they go
Okay.
off. I would say if we're putting a number, it's about 100-foot radius,
Okay.
general radius around you.
Okay. I'm practically naked. I don't wear anything metal, so I imagine I don't have many on. Can I? But to keep any more from deciding I look tasty, can I hop up on my broom and get into the air?
Yeah, you can. I would say you will take some with you, as they're still on you.
Okay.
If you'd like, you could try to use your action to swipe them off. But you heard Zeke.
I don't want to hurt myself. I think what Gix's inclination would be to like get on the broom and then like do like a dog shake maneuver, like spin really fast and going up.
Crocodile death roll.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check. And that's just to like perform the maneuver efficiently enough to try and get rid of the bugs.
That's 20.
Alright. Yeah, you are you kind of like barrel roll and loop-de-loop and just kind of, you go up like really high and then you come down and just kind of like corkscrew your way down and you're able to fling all of them off of you. You see Giggs go up and then a couple seconds later you hear a couple of them tink, 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 as they fall to the ground.
What? Like fire?
Like hail.
Yeah. Okay. Is that my action?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd say you can get back to near ground with the rest of your turn.
Well, I don't know if I want to get back on the ground in case these things can jump. I want to stay up in the air where they can't get me.
Okay. Cool.
I'll just watch you guys get eaten. That's fine.
Alright, Justine.
Can I move so that most of us are in a line? And or at least in a line that would be within 10 foot?
Here, let me just.
I want to get as many of us within this 10-foot wide line as possible. Length of the line does not matter. Jason was really awesome.
We're just gonna move here. So, go ahead and place yourselves prior to combat. And
You know, have like a little fire that we could all sleep by. Fire. Campfire! Maybe have a bonfire. Where's the other two?
there you go. So, Gix is currently
In the air.
15 feet up in the air.
Yeah, that feels like it's safe.
Okay. So Gix is currently up in the air. And here, why don't you move the candle? I can see if I can add.
I feel like a 40 by 4 or 20 by 20 campfire maybe too much campfire.
Let me see if I can add a. That works.
12-sided.
I'm not even gonna sit back.
You're not going to sleep like 5 feet away from the campfire.
Oh,
These are 5-foot squares. Also, it benefits you to be that close to the campfire. Save you in numbers.
The easier to hear you.
Yeah. Except for where you are. Did you just from where you were asleep, stand up, get on your bird, and come straight up?
I just yeah, so I guess I'm up here.
Okay.
Spike in the air, shutting.
Someone will probably blink you guys. Sorry.
Did you fucking not, dude?
There you go. Let me move this to here.
Can you move it one square this way? Because I already put all the people. One of them put that.
There.
There you go. Now we are all asleep around top us. Because we're friends, we can sleep close to each other.
And I know it's kind of hard to see on that screen, on this screen, but funny that's you can't see it. I can see it because I can see it very clearly. The fire is flickering. It's kind of hard to see that.
I think I did see it.
Okay, let me do
A little bit.
Let's see.
Flicker.
Well, somebody does.
You guys have been together
Find a local, the local governor or something. Throw them in there.
I don't know, I think our government's could be doing worse. I think we're well, actually, we won the election.
There you go.
Yay!
Flickering fire.
So I will here. If I move in here, 10 foot wide, I should be able to catch these 4 and maybe get it. But these 4. I'll be able to get figure on 4.
Go ahead.
Well, his little finger is it.
I meant his.
Oh. And I'm going to cast Gust of Wind in a this way direction. It's 10 feet wide, 60 feet long. And everybody in the line,
Everybody.
including our new little bug friends, have to make a strength
Okay.
or be pushed. Hold on. Push 15 feet away from me in the direction the wind is blowing.
Okay.
So I will try to debug everyone.
So that is what?
Strength and pro DC 16.
And we'll make just a general check for the bugs.
I feel like the bugs probably aren't that strong.
No, but they get damaged.
Boo! Disadvantage on the bugs! I will spend a coin. Fuck those
The
bugs.
other one was a 17. Not natural 20, but
I think you're cheating. Every time I use a spell, you're like, I got a nat 20. I got a 19 and a 20.
this specific die has given me so many.
That's not even use a different one.
No, I will not.
Here's the difference. You gave me.
And I don't know where I got
Yeah. I'll put your white off.
gold.
I can do it.
Anyway,
Sometimes the DM wants to win.
1 million bugs
So
going
that
in
needs
a
to
single
be-
strength check.
needs to be. I was a gem like for a
Uh-huh.
That's going to pass on Zathiel. And pass on Ivelios.
DC?
16. Well, you move 15 feet. So I guess the bugs stay there and you move?
You get pushed over into the fire,
You want to go through the fire.
No,
and then
this isn't working.
Hey, do the bugs take fire damage? Or do the bugs just stay where you
I
want
would
it?
say as no, they just stay on you. So how they're kind of because they're like this like shape, they kind of like hug your person, like whoever's in the line. So Zeke and Zathiel, Ivelios, and Panmo, they all feel like them kind of like hunker down and like tighten their little rippers onto their body as they like press themselves on flat and basically become aerodynamic.
Also, I should put up the campfire because that's a protected plant. This lantern does protect the plants.
Yes, it is technically considered unprotected.
No,
That's okay.
they get considered as what we like. Okay, that was my turn.
Let's see if I can. Yeah, turn it off.
Oh no. Now it's
Emit shadow using light. Actually, what is that?
So Jim is an ocean of big trash and kind of anything, including metal. Technically, he does not have a lick attack. He has a bite attack. So can I have him just like try to lick some of these bugs off of people and consume the bugs?
Is that where the fireplace? Oops. Sure, why not? Go ahead and he is going to take piercing damage. But they will make a strength saving throw to be resisted. Let's do a contested strength. So he takes 7 points of piercing.
He's already got 114 HP.
And that is going to be. They're going to fail unless you roll a natural one.
Got a turn.
Yes. So he is able to lift them off, and with satisfying, like, you know how like when you like pierce tinfoil,
Yeah.
sound of piercing tinfoil. That first bite down, as he like engulfs a good handful of them.
Yeah, I was just like a dog eating rice.
Yeah.
Like,
With that first one being metallic. That
Yeah.
first bite being kind of like like a spoons or
so I
something.
guess Kadir's right. So he's basically all head.
Yeah.
So he's got a giant mouth. I think he just like
Yeah.
just licks a bunch of the bugs off Kadir.
And he seems to be enjoying these. Minus the pointiness of them and the sharpness.
He's trapped. He's trying to trap.
Yeah.
His teeth are sharp.
He like perks up significantly.
Here's a question. We normally have a multi-attack. Can you do it 4 times?
Yeah.
Great. We'd like to do it 4 times.
Okay. On who?
Is Kadir free of bug yet?
No. I would say one more lick and he.
Yeah, one on Kadir, and he'll move on to. I guess I can do this because in the air.
You don't want to do yourself? They're on you too.
Oh, no. One more Kadir move on.
Okay. Go ahead. We'll make another contested strength. He takes 13 points of piercing on the second one, and 5 points of piercing on the third one. So that is 3 plus 5, 18 total points on the second 2 attacks of piercing.
You got a 19 and a 21 strength.
Oh, give me okay. The Kadir's clear. There are still some bugs on you.
Okay. Kadir, you are bug free.
Okay, cool. Justine, I'll say that's your turn.
That's all the turn I need.
Kadir, you are bug free, though you are now very wet from being slobbered and licked clean by Jimmy.
Everything just panting like a big dog.
I will start using my rod, my spoon, just like thump bugs.
Okay. Give me a short attack.
Like an attack roll.
Yeah.
Is a 14.
That hits. That would be great.
That's enough.
Cool. Anything else on your turn, Kadir?
Don't really have. No, I don't really have a good option.
Okay. That'll be
I did one bludgeoning.
sweet.
One whole bludgeoning.
All right, that'll be that. All right. Cool. Anyone who has bugs on them, so basically everyone but Kadir and Gix. You take 11 points of piercing, and anything metallic. Is your armor magical?
Yeah. No, that's about it.
Okay.
No.
Great. They're really loving you though.
Are they eating it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are my rats.
And then I'm gonna bite again. We get 2 bite attacks. And then you also take an additional 4 points of piercing damage. People who have bugs.
Or more? What was he looking at?
Biting.
No.
They take 2 bite attacks.
I see.
So it's 11 plus 4 is 15 total.
Rude.
Excuse me. Rest. Okay, that's going to be turn. Zathiel is up. Zathiel is going to. That is not. He is going to try and smush some bugs.
Smash me dead.
That hits. He takes 9 points of piercing damage and deals. He's going to stomp on some bugs. So he's taking damage. And he's going to deal plus 8 to hit. So that's 4. He's going to do 4 points of damage. Do them all. Oops. Okay, Zathiel's turn. Hanmo is up. Hanmo is going to activate his astral arms. Just gonna do the that Henry Cavill thing of, and he is going to hit.
Big arm speed smash.
That hits for both. That does 1d10 plus 5, 2d10. That's 10 plus 10. So 20 points of damage. As he just kind of takes and just smashes right into the. I think he like pats off the ones and gets the ones off of him on his first attack, and then smashes some on the campsite. The other one. Cool. Ivelios is up. Ivelios is going to he's gonna cast Eldritch Blast on the stuff that is eating your armor.
One bug at a time. That's all it takes.
That hits. And that does 1d10 plus 1. 8 points of damage. He gets a good chunk of them off.
Nice.
Yeah. Next. It'll be Zeke, you're up.
Alright. Fire didn't work. I'm gonna try some radiant damage. Feel my holy symbol. We're gonna cast Radiance of the Dawn.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So a channel divinity, so it spells any magic darkness, and any hostile creature must make a con saving throw or take damage. That's from the heavens first. So DC 18.
You fell.
Okay, it's 35.
All right. As this spell goes up, I would say all of the ones on the ground surrounding your armor and in the vicinity are gone. They are eviscerated.
Nice.
And you see a bunch of them like surrounding that area that didn't get hit scuttle away, begin to retreat by rocks.
Nice. Take that, bugs. Alright, that's my turn.
All right, Geeks, you're up. You're flying 15 feet up in the air.
Okay. Well, I definitely don't want to get back on the ground, so I just want to aim at the largest remaining concentration of bugs with my wand of firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
Burn 'em.
That's a 23 to hit. Yeah. It's like 16 less. Okay.
If these bugs have an AC over 20, wait.
Yeah.
right.
We're just beating it.
God, they're super.
Super bugs.
And that is
Sure, the all the bugs are fine.
24 fire damage.
Yeah. 24. You get the sense that fire damage doesn't do as much as it should.
Okay. Well,
But you still killed a number of bugs, some smaller ones that have been damaged prior that survived Zeke's big old blast. But they kind of they just kind of glow red hot for a little bit, and then they kind of go back down.
We call it bird head bugs.
A horrifying white bugs.
okay.
You don't know what bugs.
Can I do anything with my bonus?
When I was a kid once, we were lighting fireworks, and a June bug flew through the fireworks, caught on fire.
Oh.
In the arm.
Yeah, well, we would do bonfires in the summer. Like bugs would get fly to the fire. We basically before we would do bonfires, we would take the hose and we'd soak the ground around the bonfire because stupid bugs like moths and June bugs. If you were doing March or April, people love bugs. Go, oh wow, it's crazy, it's really really hot. I fly in there
Right.
and catch on fire,
Right.
and then maybe smack into a person, maybe smack into
Oh,
a
can I
friend.
do my enemy in
So in order to
something?
keep
Can I only
nature
do that
from
with
setting itself on fire.
Only with melee.
Yeah.
Then I get some done.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't quite burn me, but that's a little bit fire.
Yeah,
Just
fair
in-
enough. I still have my window. So that's concentration. It doesn't say that I have to use my action to read. It says I can use my bonus action change the direction.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say that I have to use any sort of action for the wind to keep blowing.
You just-
So I'm not going to change the direction of the wind because everybody who still has bug on them is in. So everything is going to throw is line.
So that's going to be Panmo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus, my
Bug
man.
pass just barely. Or not just barely, that was 19. Ibelios.
19.
That's a natural one for Ibelios. Bugs.
Can I coin the bug?
Sure. They were rolling with advantage anyway.
So should we roll on dice?
Straight 16.
What? Bugs so strong. They're bugs.
That's aerodynamic.
Like not one bug.
They hunker down. However, Ibelios did get a natural. So,
I mean, it doesn't do damage; it just pushes them.
yeah.
Like,
And then Zathiel got a 5, so he also gets pushed. Just
Froggy,
I got 18 on mine.
you're good.
all right.
I think you are also in line.
You want to spores them?
The bugs?
Can you?
Well, they're metal. I assume they're being poisonous. I'll spore the bugs that are on me. I'm gonna eat my own spores.
Okay.
It was 4 of my own bugs for 12.
Great. And there's no save for that?
No.
What kind of damage?
But they're never nature.
15 just goes.
12, you said?
12. Just shake my head and all my spores start falling out of my breath again. And for my actual.
You get a sense that it does do damage, just not as much as you like.
Okay, that makes sense. You know, they're metal.
I feel like a little bit of damper, but spores instead of damper.
Oh yeah, I keep my spores in my like mostly in my bread, but I also will spitter blows on people. So they're like all different purple, like all colors. Who's looking the most buggy? Not me.
Ibelios definitely is. And there's a bunch on Zathiel's sword, but they're the only 2 right now, minus you, who have bugs on them.
Oh, no.
Kadir is debugged.
We've all been working on ourselves.
Yeah. And, yeah, Panmo got those 2.
I am. Is one of these 2 I'm looking worse off than the other?
They're both about the same.
Alright.
They both take the same amount of damage.
I think I trust the ability to debug himself a little bit more. Because I thought it just has that. I thought it has enough blood also works more than help, but we're gonna give it a shot. I would like to shocking grasp the bugs, but not I know.
That's dangerous, but we'll see.
But you have heat metal, that'd be good.
Well, I think we also already about that he doesn't have to do this.
That's true.
But they were metal. They're metal bugs.
Yeah. My thought process was if they're all metal, and we're asleep, so we're not in our armor. They'll conduct to each other.
Ibelios does sleep in his chainmail, so he still has something for those.
Is it chained on the other conductor?
Chain.
Yeah. Yeah, what not? And all of them are conducted.
Yeah. I would say, you know what? Give.
So much chain.
So it depends on the age. Like historically speaking, it could have been iron or steel, depending on what they had access to.
D&D is usually like medieval England.
Hard to say because it switched like right there in the middle.
Are both of those conductive?
Yes.
Yes.
Most metals are conductive, including mercury in a sleeping form.
Yes.
Well,
It's solid form, surprisingly.
I would say.
I'm trying to dead through the bugs and not through him. Real little a bug, if you will.
You just have to use it for
Unfortunately, I'm gonna say, if you like to damage the bugs, you unfortunately are going to have to touch him out.
Fine. Is Bathiel not wearing armor?
That was not like.
Can I get Bathiel's bugs without electrocuting Bathiel?
No, you'd have to electrocute someone in order to get them. These bugs are on them.
Yeah. I'm trying to get the problem.
You can't just like have it arc between the different bugs.
But you can magic missile the bugs.
Yes.
Timothy was really good.
Oh, well, he'll get a chance.
Give me help.
Okay, if you give him the help action, give
He
him
doesn't.
advantage.
Fine, I will do a different thing.
Oh, please, by all means, try and kill Ibelios.
You can kill the bugs first.
No.
I'm on plot point.
This is a 10-foot sphere, and it's only creatures I choose. And I don't choose Ibelios without Bathiel.
Okay.
Or Zeke, since he's all. Not bugs. It's four.
Okay.
Wait, which one?
It's But your bugs have made a constitution save.
Pretty good at this.
No, they're not.
I mean, they're still pretty good at this.
Well, now they're working.
Okay. That's an 8.
Good, they fail.
They have a +5 to their constitution.
Oh, and in addition, one creature of my choice in that area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice and get another hit point equal to the roll plus my spellcasting ability modifier. Who's hurt more? Of these three.
Ibelios is Zathiel is missing 15. Ibelios is also missing.
Are you hurt? Level. So. Ibelios can roll up to 4 of his hit dice. And then add 3 in that.
I should know where he did so.
There used to be like a player.
Where are hit dice?
Maybe under short rest.
He should have an equal amount equal to his level.
Yeah. So he has
Maybe he's a paladin.
He's calling it D10.
Paladin the D10, Warlock
Warlock
the D8.
But he's not a paladin.
Well,
He might still have levels in that.
we'll do so what? 4 levels, you said?
He can spend up to 5 hit,
5 full hit dice.
and then he gets plus 3 to whatever he rolls.
1, 2, we'll do all 5. Max out 10, 12,
Okay.
23, 7, 30 total. Yeah. He is back to max. And how much damage to the bugs?
The bugs take 20 necrotic damage.
Ooh, you have eviscerated almost all of the bugs.
Nice.
And also, if there's any
As-
non-magical, it's also if there's any non-magical vegetation in
Yeah.
this 10-foot sphere, it does die.
There is no vegetation.
Rock world.
In fact, all of these bugs. Normally, your wither and bloom kind of like makes living creatures kind of wither into shriveled dust. These start to corrode and fall apart
Ooh, rusty bugs.
as they get rusted and just kind of tinkle on the ground, like twinkle on the ground.
Okay.
They don't tinkle, but they might. I don't know. I don't know what.
And you know, like, I try with the wind and it doesn't work. I'm like, you know what? Something. No, I just wither.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Great.
Just instantly.
All right.
Anything else have bugs on?
I would say the last person who has bugs on them is probably going to be.
Because the 4 of us are now bug free. He was bug free. He was bug free.
There's some.
On him,
No, it doesn't. There's some bugs around you.
he's gonna go eat him.
Great. If he base damage of anything over than 6, he gets all of the bugs.
Oh, I guess it's
Yeah, modified bug.
sure I have no horse chicken. Yeah. Roll it.
Yes. You gotta, they're moving.
So
So
it's a 23.
he takes 12 points of damage,
Um,
but I would say if he does more than 6 points, he gets all of them.
Get him.
11 years ago.
Yeah, he gets all of them.
It's just like when you spill food on like a bunch of food on the floor, and dog's just like slowly cleaning up all the food you spilled
Yeah.
or the food you spilled.
Um,
Shut up.
but yeah, you guys have cleared the camp of the bugs. The remainder of these bugs kind of scatter away after these large explosions and stuff like that. Then you are now free to continue your long
You have
rest.
a book that Leo wrote on.
Really, that's cool.
I need to leave my.
Yes, I've been keeping it up. But yeah, you all were interrupted in your long rest. However, you guys can continue sleeping and get about halfway. So,
I just want to like ask about like, hey man, you were awake keeping watch, right?
yeah, sure, yeah.
Sure.
Where's these bugs coming from?
How did like a million metal bugs get all over all of us and all over you?
You know, that's a great question. I blinked and then they were there.
Must have been magic, huh?
Yeah, they just like appeared up.
Sure.
So, no, sure.
Are you Steel Camo's flask?
No,
Did you borrow his flask?
no.
It's like alcohol.
Oh,
It kind of rid my
You
face.
can give me an insight.
Yeah, it's like what?
He,
Where's in my face right
so,
now?
what was one of the people most covered in bugs?
She was definitely asleep.
Did he seem like at all bothered or concerned?
yes, yeah, I just didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, he was when he woke up because you all
Which he should not have been needed to do.
you all found yourselves were the first 3 people to wake up. Greg's just seen some. Those were the first 3 to look at each other, kind of like Spider-Man point at each other.
Okay. So he's not back on suicidal.
No, it's gotta be suicidal ideation. Don't take the rest of that with you guys. Like, metal bug is not right.
Like, honestly, if you died by metal bug, that's kind of a sad death.
Yeah, I know. And like, do not anything done true with you. Were you asleep? Trancing? What have you?
I may or may not have fallen into a deep meditative state.
Very deep.
Otherwise, it was trancing.
In some circles, that's what it's called.
Yeah. Just like specifically elven circles.
Yeah.
I feel like he is an unreliable watchman, eh?
Listen, we've been hiking all day. It's not my fault.
4 hours. All you needed.
The fire was really warm. I got my chainmail is kind of like a weighted blanket.
Why are you wearing that to sleep?
Another question. We'll come back.
The last time I didn't wear my armor to bed, I got stolen.
Still here.
You make a little point.
Like, the rest of us didn't get stolen.
I was also tortured for weeks.
Well,
That was happening whether you were wearing armor or not. They already got you. They're not going to let you keep the armor after that.
I know, but I missed my armor. And I'm not gonna.
You know what you're not gonna miss? These hands.
Well, at least I won't feel anything.
I'm gonna keep that.
Hold them down.
I just remember, like, she's still holding a grudge for, like, she's so mad. Like, not so serious, but, like, a little serious. Like, I will email you so fast. I will give you a permanent armor tattoo. Do not even tattoo me.
All right. We'll go ahead and call it there for tonight.